Hello?
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show. This is the Freaker's Ball here. I'm Grimnir, and the co-host is Moose Girl. And for the folks there in the chat and listening on the audio streams out there, we have with us tonight the DopeCoin Dude. So how are you doing?
Dopey. DopeCoin Dude is actually our community manager, and my name's Adam. I'm actually known as Dopey, and I'm the one who actually created Dopey.
Oh, okay. I thought you were the dope guy. That's cool. Dopey. All right. So tell everybody what DopeCoin's all about for those people that are unfamiliar. We have, like I said, we do have quite a few crypto people here in the chat that listen to the show, but we have a lot more people that are just weed people, which, as you can imagine. Anyway, go ahead and explain what the DopeCoin is all about.
Thanks so much. First of all, thank you guys so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. And yeah, DopeCoin is essentially a alt currency similar to Bitcoin and operating on the same type of blockchain technology, but it's geared towards the marijuana industry. We wound up launching this coin back in February of 2014, and we had originally hoped to launch the coin and be able to have it used for real-world purchases of marijuana. This didn't exactly happen the way that it didn't roll out, and we weren't successful at executing that business plan. And if you take a look at the other marijuana cryptocurrencies out on the marketplace right now, I think it's fair to say that they've also failed at this particular business model. So our goal with the DopeCoinGold relaunch, which is a new version that we've just released on January 16th, sorry. The goal here is to try to peg DopeCoin's valuation to something other than marijuana. That's basically what it is. It's a digital currency for marijuana enthusiasts.
Right. I have DopeCoins. I don't know how I fit into the overall big picture of things, but I have a good supply, 264,000 or so.
There you go.
So I just put a picture of the wallet up on the screen there. Anyway, so yeah, I just got switched over to the V4. I put the request in over on your brand new site. Cool site too, by the way. I wanted to mention.
There's one thing that we've always been really good at, and that's building brands. That's actually what I specialize in, and taking on all sorts of unique projects. I had actually left the DopeCoin project 3 months after I launched it back in 2014, after realizing that the masses weren't going to magically start buying marijuana with dope coins or pot coins or, well, Bitcoins were being used, but that was basically on the Silk Road exchange before it got shut down. Yeah, where were we? Sorry, I got sidetracked. There was some background noise. So you swapped over to version 4. So our next game plan that we're going to be trying to roll out is we want to make sure that the swap goes nice and smoothly, which it has been going so far. And we've brought on a new 6-man development team, including myself, who has returned to the project. And we have a new business plan that we think is going to be really exciting and help drive interest back to the coin and allow us to give up on this pattern that you kind of see within the marijuana cryptocurrency scene, where people are basically just delivering false promise after false promise, where they're saying, oh, just give us a few more months and we'll get accepted into dispensaries and blah, blah, blah. When the reality is that I think we need to make a move and perhaps consider that the people aren't going to start buying massive amounts of marijuana with cryptocurrencies for quite a while. I think the masses still need to be educated quite a bit.
Right. Well, that's kind of a situation with all cryptocurrencies, whether it's even the Bitcoin. You know, a lot of people know what Bitcoin is at this point in time, but
still not being used mainstream. And you know, there's other digital payment giants like Apple Pay who are also they have thousands of retailers and millions of users and billions in advertising budget, yet they're still struggling to really get people to adopt that new payment method. And I think if these giants are struggling, it's fair to say that the marijuana industry these are some pretty laid back people who aren't going to be some of the pioneers into actually making digital payments. I think that's fair to say. So yeah, our goal is to actually try to peg DopeCoin's value to an advertising platform for the marijuana industry. Now, one of the reasons why this should be able to work well is because the marijuana industry has a very tough time advertising their products on traditional platforms such as Google AdWords or, say, Facebook, for example, as well as a lot of these content marketing sites like Taboola and Rev Content. They won't allow the marijuana industry to display on the majority of their platforms and their sites. So that makes sense, right? That's fair to say.
Yeah, but one of the big things I think that it could be going for the cryptocurrency side of things is that most banks, Federal Reserve banks, won't accept deposits from the various marijuana outlets.
That's very true. There does seem to be an opportunity there, but there also seems to be trouble on the horizon for that particular situation as well. We've just seen Washington make a release making it illegal for any marijuana purchases to be made with any sort of cryptocurrency. They just recently released that in Washington State, and it's hard to say where the future will lie within that particular thing. I do believe that there will be technologies that will be able to facilitate the marijuana industry, but I'm not necessarily certain that it's going to be an individual coin, but more as maybe some sort of heavy-duty blockchain infrastructure to support this large industry. For example, I think it's fair to say that I don't think I could see DopeCoin or PotCoin, for example, being the banking solution for this billion-dollar industry. I really don't. And that's just from previous experience with launching this coin and having real-world experience, trying to get it into mainstream and watching. PotCoin had a lot more investment than us, and they were unable to achieve that result as well. And I don't think it's going to be possible for a single altcoin to actually provide that solution.
Right. Hey, what's the current market cap on DopeCoin?
DopeCoin, I think, is around 140,000 right now, so it's quite low. It was literally sitting dead about 5 days ago before I stepped back into the picture. There was some action, and with the alt currency scene, we've seen a couple pump and dumps along the road, right?
Sure.
And but now we've steadily increased value. We've increased value by I think over 120% here. And yesterday, a large new investor came in and skyrocketed it up to about a $250,000 market cap for about a few hours before the prices kind of settled back out here. But,
I saw it got up to like 165 Satoshi, then it rolled back down to like 100.
Right. Someone came in and bought about $6,000 worth of DopeCoin in one shot. So that's really nice to see. And I think we have the opportunity to gain some momentum in this industry. I think a lot of the other coins out there are still delivering those false promises of, just wait a little bit longer and we'll be in dispensaries and blah, blah, blah. Or they've abandoned their projects and basically abandoned their business model.
Okay, now, I don't know if you recall or not, but I'm sure you do. Back when all of the various pot coins, dope coins, wheat coins were coming out, also the THC coin, there was like this combined wallet that you could download that would they were trying to like put a marketplace together through that kind of cluster wallet. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah. I can't remember what it was called. I had actually, I stepped away from the project and been working on other ventures, and I remember it came about. I was a little bit confused with the premise of the whole thing, but did it ever pan out? Do you know?
I don't think so. I downloaded it onto my tablet, and everything kind of faded away. You know, I have, several. I tried to get in on the front door of all the various alt weed coins because I could mine them at that time. When they first start out, you could mine them for a period of time before it becomes impossible to do. So that way I could grab them and not have to pay anything other than my electricity for the mining equipment. But then they all kind of went away, and I haven't looked at any of them for a long time. And it was just by chance that I saw the tweet the other day from, I think it must have been from DopeCoin Dude, about the new version of the wallet, and that you better go and swap them out or else. And I was like, oh. So,
right.
Yeah, so I don't know whatever happened with that thing. I don't think it works anymore, that combo wallet thing they had.
There were so many things that came and went along the way. Like when I had first launched, within the first 3 months, we had created an Android wallet. We had Spinwheel. We had Dice. We even created a DopeCoin Texas Hold'em Poker. We also got featured in Fox News. We were in Huffington Post, Business Insider, and we were really doing everything we could to try to burst onto the scene and be used as a payment solution. But it just didn't happen. And a lot of those things that were once in place have all faded away now. There was a lot of failed ideas because it was such a new and emerging marketplace where everyone was really new and just grasping at straws, trying to figure out what will work, right?
So, okay, now, so you got the new wallet, you got the swap going on. What's the next step?
Well, the next step is that like I said, we were coming back onto this with a 6-man development team. And what we're looking for is a couple other people to fill some important roles within the team. One of those, we're going to be looking for a content writer to come on board who's going to be able to produce articles for us for an upcoming venture that's going to be related to the project. Additionally, we're going to be looking for a new crypto developer to come on board who can help us develop an advertising system that will be used for the marijuana industry, which will operate solely off of DopeCoin. So it'll be a crypto-only advertising platform. And we'll be starting out with some banner space within the wallet itself. So we actually, if you look at the new DopeCoin wallet, you'll see that the heart is actually a 300 by 250 banner. And the goal is to create a platform that allows for advertisement within the DopeCoin wallet, as well as other external sites, which we hope to bring on board in the future, who will also be able to get paid in DopeCoins if it's their site for their for their banner spot, or they can purchase banner placements on other assets within the advertising network. So it's quite an ambitious plan, but I've never been afraid of a challenge, and we've done a lot of really cool stuff. So I think we can pull this off, and I think that having a tangible item for sales, which would be the banner space, this will allow us to drive real world value back into the currency without having to make false promises that we're going to be, the masses will suddenly accept DopeCoin as a new digital payment system over Apple Pay or Bitcoin, and that we're going to burst into the scene. I think it's more realistic to have those as like a long-term goal. That might happen within several years. But in the immediate future, we need to make a move to try to peg DopeCoin to a real-world currency. So that's the game plan that we've come up with that has allowed me to come back to the project with this new team.
Well, it looks like you guys are doing great. And the key thing, I think, is to have active developers out there. The community doesn't like it when a developer abandons things, which I'm sure you've noticed.
Right.
So to have you back and the instant jump in the price of the DopeCoin there, and it seems like there's a lot more action going on over there on the Bitcoin Talk site. So there is definitely, I'd say there's definitely interest out there of getting that, and it seems to me that even though the Bitcoin is the thing, the king, having a targeted currency like this one has got to be the way to go.
Yeah, there is definitely, there's people. I think one of the most important things is that we need to build a long-term brand that people can be a part of and that they can fall in love with. And that's what we're really going to be focusing our long-term efforts on, is providing people with more than just a coin that's sitting in their wallet, but with more of an experience where they can come in and interact with the community and be a part of new developments and share the experience.
Yeah, great. I can't think of any more questions. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I just wanted to thank you guys, and for all the people that are supporting the cryptocurrency industry and the legalization of marijuana and the marijuana cryptocurrency scene. I appreciate all your support, and I look forward to going on a very cool adventure with you guys.
Great, and it was excellent to have you on here with us. So.
Thank you guys so much. I look forward to our next chat. Let's keep in touch, and I'll make sure we contact you guys whenever we have some big updates.
Sounds great.
Thank you guys so much.
All right,
take care.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.